Good morning. Today our group represents about student discipline and well-being. First of all, student discipline and well-being are very important in schools. Schools are not only responsible for teaching academics, but also for guiding students to develop good behavior and positive value. However, many schools still face problems like bullying, truancy, classroom disruption, and students being disrespectful to teachers. This issue can make the school environment stressful and unsafe. Because of this, school administrators play a key role in managing discipline while also supporting student well-being. This report will look at this issue and discuss ways to improve the situation.
Student discipline and well-being have become increasingly important issues in Malaysia's education system. In recent years, there has been a rise in disciplinary problems such as bullying, truancy, and classroom misbehavior. At the same time, students are also facing emotional and mental health challenges like stress, anxiety, and depression. These problems are interconnected as students with poor well-being are more likely to show negative behavior. The education system is guided by the National Philosophy of Education, which emphasizes holistic student development, including intellectual, emotional, spiritual, and physical aspects. However, achieving this goal has become more challenging due to rapid social changes. Factors such as family issues, peer influence, academic pressure, and exposure to social media contribute to both discipline problems and students' well-being. As a result, schools are not only responsible for academic learning but also for managing students' behavior and emotional health. The Ministry of Education Malaysia has introduced various policies and guidelines to address these issues. However, the effectiveness of these measures often depends on the leadership and management practices of school administrators. Therefore, students' discipline and well-being are not just disciplinary issues, but also management and leadership challenges that require a balanced and holistic approach.
Now I will talk about the management and leadership theories. First is planning. This need to develop clear policy and prevention of the program. And then it can expose students to negative behaviors while supporting student emotional development. And then second is organizing. This will be coordinate the teachers, the disciplinary commitment to damage the discipline for the student. The management, this regularly to mentoring the student discipline and record through monitoring attendance, so we know who student have the problem and we can help as the teacher. And then next is transformation leadership. This principle should motivate teachers to guide students moral and then emotional. Of course, the teacher have to caring to the student. So this can help the student if they have another problem. And then the lastly is instructional leadership. This theory have to principle provide the professional development program for a teachers relate to student social emotional learning. So teacher will know how to understand their student.
Okay, next, the impact on school administrator. Student discipline and well-being issues have a big impact on school administrators. One of the main effects is the increased workload and time constraints they face. Administrators have to deal with disciplinary cases such as bullying, truancy, and misbehavior. This involves investigating incidents, meeting with parents, and taking the necessary discipline action. Because of this, administrators have less time to focus on important tasks like planning lessons, improving teaching quality, and implementing school improvement programs. In Malaysia, student disciplinary problems are common in secondary schools, making this a major challenge for school leaders. Another impact is the increased stress experienced by school administrators. They need to balance strict enforcement of rules with understanding students' personal and social situations. Maintaining positive relationship with teachers, students, and parents is also important. Administrators often work closely with school counselors and teachers to manage behavior issues. This responsibility can make their job more stressful and demanding, as they try to ensure a safe and supportive environment for all students. Disciplinary problems can also affect the school reputation and public trust. If serious issues are not handled well, parents may complain and the community may have a negative perception of the school. School administrators need to maintain the positive school culture, encourage teamwork among teachers, and run programs that promote discipline and moral values. A school with good discipline is seen as safe and well managed, which increases trust from parents and the community.
Today, I will discuss how educational leaders can effectively manage student discipline while also supporting student well-being. Instead of using a reactive policing approach, schools should adopt a proactive model that combines strong leadership and effective management. Point 1. Leadership, culture, and vision. Firstly, leadership focuses on building a positive school culture. One effective approach is restorative justice. Instead of asking what rule was broken, it asks who was harmed and how can we fix it. This helps students learn responsibility and empathy. In addition, involving students in creating classroom rules, such as classroom charter, give them a sense of ownership. When students feel included, they are more likely to follow the rules. Point 2. Management, system, and environment. Management focuses on clear system and daily routine. Predictable routine help reduce confusion and anxiety. For example, when students know exactly what to do during transitions, they are less likely to misbehave. Teacher can also create clamp down corner or regulation space. This allows students to manage their emotions before problems become serious, helping maintain both discipline and well-being. Point 3. Holistic approach. A balance between leadership and management is important. One useful strategy is the 5-to-1 positive ratio, where teachers give more positive feedback than negative. This builds strong relationships, making students more open to correction when needed. In conclusion, effective discipline is not about being strict or lenient. It is about
combining clear system with positive relationships. By doing this, school can create an environment where discipline support well-being and well-being improve discipline.
So, here is the last part of our presentation. In conclusion, student discipline and well-being are closely connected. Discipline problems like bullying, absenteeism, and disruptive behavior can affect students, teachers, and the whole school environment. So, good leadership and management are essential. Administrators should use effective strategies, communicate well, and run programs that encourage positive behavior. Cooperation from teachers, parents, and the community is also important. With a supportive, respectful schools, students can grow academically and personally.